Hey, Miss V.
Hello, boss.
You know what this car is?
Yes, it is the VinFast VF3.
That's right. This is the VinFast VF3. I think we got it about 2 weeks ago. We've been driving it for the last 2 weeks. And today, I think we are ready to present to you the honest review of VinFast VF3. Are you excited?
I am.
Okay, well, we're gonna tell you all about it.
Hey Tom, it's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. First I want to say congratulations on your YouTube channel. Everybody needs to follow your YouTube channel. So what everyone needs to do is subscribe to Tom Peng. Great guy, great person. Tom, keep up the great work.
So,
Yes.
do you like the pink color and the white roof?
It is. It is like a really pretty color combination. Yeah.
It's a bit feminine, but I don't know why I picked pink. So when I register for the VF3, like you have to pre-register to buy the car. For whatever reason, I picked pink, and I think it was a good choice.
Yeah.
Because it's a nice color for the VF3, I think.
Yeah, it definitely stands out. You caught a lot of attention of bystanders. Yeah.
I think it does. It does make the car more distinctive.
Yes.
Even though there's a lot of VF3 on the roads now. I like the pink. And what else do you like about the exterior of the VF3?
It looks really straightforward. It's not something too luxurious. It's straightforward but modern. And also, I like the youthful look of it.
Yes, and it's in a SUV format.
Yeah.
It's a little bit deceptive because this is really not an SUV. First of all, it's rear-wheel drive.
Oh.
And it's not very powerful. It's got 43 horsepower.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna take this off-roading anytime soon. And also the tires, look at the tires. They are so thin. I think that's one thing that could make the VF3 look better if you know, it comes with a wider tire. It will make it look more SUV-like and more buffy and more sporty as an SUV, I think.
Yeah, like a muscular girl.
A muscular, feminine pink girl.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Overall, I do like the SUV format of this car. I think this looks like a cute car, but not too cute, you know? It still carries some masculine characteristics, I think. I think people of different sexes will find appeal in this car.
Yes.
Even though it doesn't perform like a SUV, right? It does have very good road clearance. That's the distance from the ground to, you know,
The
that.
chassis.
Yes, chassis, the body, okay? The body. Because of the high clearance, this is very suitable for Vietnamese roads because oftentimes in Vietnam, we gotta drive on curbsides and sidewalks. And that's how we drive in Vietnam, on sidewalks and on the curb and everywhere else, right? Because traffic is kind of not great here in Vietnam. So we gotta do what we have to do to get to our destination. So this is excellent. And also there's a lot of flooding here in Saigon. So the high road clearance really helps, you know, like get through flooded areas sometimes. Okay.
That's awesome.
Even though it's not, again, not a all-wheel drive, it's a rear-wheel drive driven by the back wheels, but the road clearance makes this actually a very, very usable car in Vietnam, in Saigon.
Yes.
in flooded areas,
Yes.
on the curb. Let's look around the car. Miss V, look at the door.
Yes.
Can you like put your arms out and just see how long the
Yes.
door is? Look at that. Look at that ass. I mean the door, okay? It's pretty long. It covers probably half of the car length. And this car is pretty much stock, and I know a lot of people when they buy VF3, they want to customize, they want to make it pretty, they want to add ears, they want to put like wraps around it and make it like super unique. We haven't done that yet, but maybe we should.
We should.
What do you think, Miss V?
Maybe we're gonna put like your face on it.
My face!
Your face on it.
I don't know, maybe I get murdered.
Why?
I don't know, there's a lot of haters out there. Yeah.
Because you tell the truth.
Because, well, one, I tell the truth, and two, they think I'm Chinese spy, come here to destroy VinFast. So, which of course, completely not true, but not even from China, you know? So, I think it's gonna be a project, all right? So, I think in the coming months, you will be tasked to design our VF3 to make it super unique. I don't know if we should put up my face on it, but you make the call. All right.
I'm honored.
Ah, yes. All right. And also this particular VF3 is a creator's edition, which means it's the first 6,868 VF3s made by VinFast. 16-inch rims. I think they're the perfect size in terms of diameter of the rim for the car. It makes the car look buffy. You know, the wheels are not too small. And unlike another mini car on the market, the VF3 have big wheels, which is good. Just not wide enough, in my opinion. But I think the reason why they have these thin tires is for efficiency. The thinner the tire, it's gonna be more efficient. Yeah. But the wider the tire will give you more traction, probably better performance if you're really going off-roading or racing. But I don't think this is a race car after all. Let's go. What do you think about the butt of the VF3?
The butt of the VF3. I feel like the design here is very sleek. Everything is in one piece.
Yeah.
And they keep the color theme very, consistent, even in the back.
Well, that's a good thing. What I like about all the VinFast cars in the VinFast line is that they carry the same design characteristics. For example, this V here, right? So distinctively, when you look at it, you know it's a VinFast, whether it's a VF7, VF6, or even the old, Lux, 2.0A or whatever they call it. They all carry the same design language. Yeah. So you know it's a VinFast. It's kind of like BMW. When you look at the grille, you know it's a BMW. Yeah. And when you look at this, you know it's a VinFast. Yeah. So that's what I like. I don't like car makers that change their design language every few years, and then like you don't know how cars from this generation jump to the next generation. Yeah. I like the way VinFast is approaching this.
Yeah. So you love their signature aesthetic.
I love their designs actually. Can you find the rear camera in the back?
I'm trying to. Where is it, boss?
Let me see. Let me see. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. It's right there. So apparently it's an option. I don't actually put in the order, so somebody else does that for me. So I have no fucking idea, but apparently that's an option. Yeah. So you have to add that to the order so that they will install the rear view camera right here. And actually, it's not a very good implementation because when you look at the camera, and we'll show you later, you see a lot of the license plate in the screen. So about 25% of the screen is covered with the license plate. We'll show you that later. Okay, well there's one thing I kind of don't like about the VF3.
Oh, what is that?
There is no rear window wiper.
Oh, yeah.
So oftentimes, especially when it's raining and then it's got like water droplets on the back window here, it's really difficult to see what's outside. Yeah. So I wish they had a rear window wiper, but I guess this is a cheap car after all, so they have to cut costs somewhere. Yeah. The rear window wipers gotta go. All right, so that's a negative. Of course, every car nowadays has got a shark fin, okay? Do 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 do. All right, let's go.
Yes.
Charging door. The charging door for the VF3 is in the back. similar to the E34. So I have to remember to back the car into the charging station. Normally, if I drive the VF6 or the VF7, I drive into the charging station.
Yes.
But if I'm driving the VF3, I have to back in to the charging station. And sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
So I have to like do the adjustment. I wish this is a little bit more consistent so that, you know, maybe you know, I don't have to remember whether to back in or to drive into the charging station.
Especially when you're in a rush, it's gonna be
Yeah, exactly. And of course, this is DC charging only for now. So you cannot charge the VF3 at home.
Oh.
For now.
Yeah.
What I heard is they're finding a solution. Maybe there will be a solution. But if you want to charge the VS3, you gotta take it to a fast charger, a DC charger.
Yes.
Which actually I think is great because I like to do everything fast. All right, you know that. So I don't mind going to VinCom and just plug it in for an hour, you know. And also because the battery is not so big. Everything's small about this car, so it charges up fast. The side view mirrors, there is no adjustment inside the car. So if you need to adjust this mirror, it's completely manual, okay? So you can adjust in any way you want, but you gotta come out of the car and then make the manual adjustment like that. The mirror inside doesn't actually tilt. So this is like, cannot change position, but you can move this whole thing. All right?
Oh, so boss, for example, when you're on a highway and the driver wants to change this the side view mirror,
You're fucked. So you have to stop the car and come out, or have the passenger like roll down the window and help you out.
Yeah, put the hand
Exactly.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
annoying.
that's okay, you know, for the price, you know, that's what you get. All right. I wonder what's under the hood.
I'm also curious, maybe the engine?
Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing here to open the hood. So I don't know how to open this. Apparently, you need a screwdriver to lift it. It's too difficult for me. So I guess we will never find out what's under the hood. But let's look at the trunk.
Yes.
So as you can see, there's really not a lot of storage space if the rear seats are up. That's about all you get. So maybe you can put 2 small purses in there. Miss B is definitely not gonna fit into the trunk. All right, and if you want more storage space, there is 2 latch you can pull and then push down. That will give you more storage space.
Oh.
Yeah. You can put probably 2 or 3 reasonably sized luggages in there. Yeah. The trunk is manual, so nothing electric here, and you kind of have to slam it, but it actually doesn't work. To close the VF3 trunk properly, you cannot slam it. You have to do it gently. All right, see, now it closes. But if you're like me, you know, like I use brute force everything, right? Oh, it did work this time. Right, let me try again. You know, like I brute force everything, see, it doesn't close properly. So the trick to VF3 trunk closing is gentleness, okay? Gentleness.
Be civilized.
Civilized and gentle. Okay, so that's a quick look of the exterior of the VF3.
Okay.
In general, I like it. I like the looks of the VF3. So now, your favorite part, let's go inside. Let's go.
Let's go.
Miss V, now I have to talk about some of the things I don't like about the VF3.
Oh.
All right? Don't write shit in my comments. I'm just telling you what I don't like. All right, not Chinese spy. All right. So what I don't like about the VF3 is that they changed the starting sequence completely.
How?
So first of all, you gotta open the door and get in the car, and then you gotta insert this key into this hole. All right, into this hole. Actually, that's kind of my favorite part, like inserting the key into the hole. Kind of like it, but what I don't like is because the starting sequence has been changed, it's not consistent with other VinFast.
Yeah.
So every time I get into the VS3, I have to think a little bit. I have to like think, oh, what? I press on the brake, nothing happens. Why? Oh, I gotta put the key in the hole. So I put the key in the hole, and after that, I press on the brake. Once I press on the brake, then the system starts. All right?
Why so many steps?
There's a lot of steps. So what I'm saying is that I wish they made the starting sequence more consistent.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what VinFast I'm getting into. You know, I'm familiar with how to start the car.
Yeah.
So this morning I took the car to a car wash, and I feel so sorry for the person washing my car.
Why?
Because he got into the car, he probably spent 10 minutes trying to figure out how to start the car. And I wanted to help him, but we don't speak the same language.
Oh.
So I just kind of wait for him to figure it out. I think eventually he probably watched some YouTube videos, and then he figured out how to start the car.
Oh.
Yeah.
right.
So see what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, you know, a lot of cars nowadays have this hole, right? Not just VinFast VF3, but some of the more high-end cars, like for example, you know, like Jaguar. You kind of have to like stick the key somewhere, all right?
Yeah.
But not all of them. So it's kind of a unique starting sequence.
Do you think it's intuitive?
I think it's something you have to learn to
Yeah.
get used to. Yeah, because it's different. So Miss V, how do you like the seats in the VF3? How is it different?
It's nothing luxurious like the other VinFast with the leather and stuff. This isn't leather.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but it's practical.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's soft, and I feel comfortable on day-to-day commutes. I think it's more than enough. But I feel
But
like
you talk so
for-
long. Fuck me.
But for taller people, I feel like this space right here may be a little bit cramped.
Really?
Yeah. for taller
You're not that tall. Come on. So I agree. The seats are really soft. It's the softest seat in any VinFast. I think I like the seat even though it is not leather. All
Yeah.
right. It doesn't give you that luxury feel, but the seat is so comfortable. At least the front driver and the front passenger, they
Yes.
feel very comfortable. And of course, all the controls are manual, right? Like so. It's manual. There's no electric control here. After all, this is a very entry-level car. I like the seats in the VF3. I don't know about the back seat, but we're gonna try that later, okay?
Yay.
Yeah. So in the VinFast VF3, the gear change is the right column here. So up for reverse, down for drive, a little bit for neutral, and press this button for parking. Again, this is very different from all the other VinFast. So this is something that you have to learn and get used to. Again, like the user experience inside the VS3 is different from other VinFast. On the column here, you have your signals. And I like that it's manual, not digital, because the digital columns sometimes are hard to cancel in the VinFast. I'm sure many VinFast drivers must have noticed that in the VF8, VF9, VF7, VF6, I think, the digital signal, sometimes you turn it on and then you have to like try to cancel it, but sometimes it gets difficult because it doesn't register. I don't know what the reason is, but I like the mechanical signal column because it's very consistent, right? You can, based on feel, you know, you turn it on, you know, you cancel it. There are not that many controls inside the VF3. So you have your windows here. This one for the right one and this one for the left one. The door lock button here. The hazards. All right, you have your volume control.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your AC control here.
Yeah. So super straightforward and minimal.
Yes. So the fan directions are, of course, manual control as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the software.
Okay.
All right. This is probably the simplest software in VinFast. I mean, even simpler than the VinFast E34 or the VF5.
Oh.
Okay, there is no Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. All right, and there is no maps. So if you need navigation help, you have to install something else or use your phone. This is the main menu. You have access to your music and your connections. And in terms of apps, that's all you get. You get an app for monitoring your battery.
Okay.
All right, and you can change your charging target. I like to set it to 100% because I want to get the full capacity of the battery, although it may not be so good for your battery longevity. All right, and also you can set your battery level reminder. So right now I'm set to about 20%. So if the battery drops down to 20%, the car's gonna give me a warning. Say, go to a charging station. You're gonna probably fucking get stranded, okay? So it's a good thing that the car warns you.
Yeah.
You get some media control, you get radio, you get Bluetooth, you can watch YouTube on your phone and listen to music. Get the owner's manual. Yeah, never read it. Here is the service alerts.
Okay.
And good thing to know that there are no alerts. And also have to say that since we got the car for the last 2 weeks, the car's been very reliable. There has been no problem so far. Actually, there's one time the infotainment screen only showed this part, but not the other part. I think it's a software issue. It just disappeared after we turn off the car, leave it overnight and turn it back on, and it was okay. So I don't know why this side was blank. All right, we're only showing this part. But anyways, of course you get your settings, and you don't get a lot of settings here. So mainly it's about managing your connections. So here you have a setting for the vehicle. So you can change the car into normal mode or eco. You can turn on creep mode or not. Creep mode is the car will continue to move forward if you're not on the brake. It's like a normal gas car. I like to set it on because I want the car to operate like a normal car, like a normal gas car. But if you don't like that, you want to transition to the electric future, you can turn that off. So when you're not on the brake, the car will actually stop. Yeah, that's the future, but I'm not ready for it. So there are other settings that you can configure, not a whole lot. And this is the trip speedometer. So as you can see, I've already driven the car for 441 kilometers. And in the last 134 kilometers, I was averaging about 25 kilometers per hour. And I was doing 12.3 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. And this car, the VF3, can reliably give me about 140 kilometers of range on a full charge. Now let's talk about the storage space in the front. So not a whole lot. You get some storage space here, right? Maybe for your purse. But I don't think that is a very usable space because things can easily slide out. Probably get in the way. There's a little bit of storage space here, probably for your cigarettes, even though I don't smoke. Can you check on your side what storage space you have?
Here I have this one.
Yeah.
And also this one.
Okay.
Right here.
And of course on the driver's side as well.
Yes.
What about the glove compartment?
Let's see. Okay.
Okay, it's not a lot of space. Maybe for some small documents, like your blue card and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. And of course you get 2 cup holders. All right. Very important.
Super.
Yeah, but there is no armrest, which is a shame because if you take your date out and you're feeling romantic, right? It's like, hey, what are we gonna do with our arms, man? Maybe I can drive like this. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. You think so? I'll probably get in an accident. So let's get in the back seat and check out the back seats.
Let's go.
Let's go. So of course, everything's manual on the VF3. So to get into the back seat, this is what you have to do. You gotta pull this handle. The thing comes forward and then pull the thing here to move the seat forward, okay? It's a lot of work. And then kind of have to like, oh yeah, baby. Oh, that's normally how I get in the car. Fuck. There you go. Your turn, Miss V.
Okay. All right, let me get it.
Why is it so easy for you? What the fuck? Obviously, you're not doing it the right way. Let's put the front seats into the normal position, all right? Oh yeah. So now we're in the back seat. How do you feel?
A little bit cramped.
I think so. I think it's a little bit claustrophobic,
Yeah.
right? But I also feel very intimate with you right now. Like, I feel like we're in this very small enclosure. Yeah, I feel so close to you right now. I feel that you're a part of me. What? No, but what I mean is, this is not a very big space.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's say if I want to take a nap, right? Because maybe it's a long journey. Actually, no, it cannot be because it doesn't have the range. But let's say I'm tired, okay? And I need to like lie down a little bit. Oh yeah, baby. Sorry I didn't take a shower yesterday, but oh yeah. Well, it's not gonna be very comfortable to take a nap in this space.
Yeah, it's not.
No, but I'm gonna take a nap anyways. Good night.
And I'm gonna be suffocated to death.
Okay, so there's no lights. There's no light button. There's like, if I need a reading light because I'm reading something, I don't have that. But I do get super convenient cup holders on my side, also one on your side.
Yes.
Right? So I can go to 7-Eleven, get a big cup of Coca-Cola, and I'm set.
Yeah.
I'm set. It's all plastic. It's all plastic. Yeah. What's this material? I don't know. It's artificial paper. No, I don't know. I don't know what this is, but obviously not fancy. Okay. Sorry, I didn't take a shower yesterday. Probably smells like shit in here. But... So seatbelt, yeah, it's okay. So I know many passengers mistaken this seatbelt, which is for the front passenger, right?
Yeah.
They try to like do this. And then I'm like, where's my seatbelt?
I made the mistake.
Oh, you make that mistake. You're so stupid. All right.
I stole your seatbelt.
This is the seatbelt in the back, okay?
Yeah.
And do you think we can fit a third person in here?
It depends because I've seen people fitting a lot of children in here.
Really?
Depends on the size of the body.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
It depends. If it's like a midget, then it's okay. A midget. We can fit a midget in here, or maybe a 3-year-old baby. So it's like 2 adults plus a midget. You know what a midget is, right?
Yes, sure.
Have you ever tried a midget?
What?
Speechless.
Speechless.
Maybe she has. I'm not a midget. Really, it's that size normally. Anyways, let's get on the road.
Let's go.
Okay. But wow, that was an exercise. Well, let's get on the road. Well, let's get going.
Yay.
So in the car we have, of course, Miss V in the passenger seat, And we also have Miss Feng and Mr. Hui in the back seats, okay? So let's get on the road. Gotta put on the seatbelt. Yeah. All right, so now we're on the road. And first thing to notice is that definitely you hear more of the noise outside.
Yeah.
You can hear the engine noise.
Yes.
And the noise isolation is not as refined as the other VinFast or other cars.
Yeah.
But that's also to be expected because
True.
this is a cheaper alternative. It's an entry-level car for the masses of Vietnam and of course whatever country VinFast exports this car to. And of course this car doesn't have a lot of performance. It's 43 horsepower. So we did a test. It takes about 21 seconds to get to 100 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
It's a slow car.
It is.
But for the traffic in Saigon, I think it's adequate because you're not going very fast. When you're traveling in urban areas in Saigon, you're not going very fast. It actually picks up speed reasonably well in traffic, like that.
So it's pretty practical for urban life.
I think it is. I think the design goal of this car is to provide an affordable car to the masses, to the people. Anybody would be able to afford one and have the enjoyment of car ownership. And I think VinFast really succeeded in that. They produced a car. It's not without flaws, but certainly this is a car that anybody could get into and get used to and be able to get a lot of utility out of this car.
So ideal for small families.
I would say like really small, like maybe 2 adults, 2 kids, right?
Yes.
If anything bigger than that, if you're extended family, if you're living with grandparents, this is probably not the right car because it doesn't fit a lot of people.
Where will grandma sit, right?
Well, grandma on the roof, I guess. As you can see, we have 4 people in the car and I think we're pretty cramped already, right? Mr. Hui, are you comfortable?
Tôi cảm thấy thoải mái vì ở cái khoảng sau nó rộng, dễ ngồi đủ luôn.
Enough for him, right? And Mr. Hui is not a small guy. He's pretty big. Okay, so not like me, I'm small, but everything's small. You don't want to find out. Is that too much information? But it's not about the size, it's about how you use it. Just like this car, it's not about the size. It's about how you use it, and I think this car is actually quite useful inside urban cities. If you need to go to the supermarket, go to work, drop the kids off to school, this is the perfect car to do it in. And because it's a small form factor, you can get into small aisleways, right? Sometimes you see a very narrow road and you think, well, maybe it's too narrow, I cannot get inside. But now with the VF3, you can get inside because you're small too, okay? Sometimes small has its advantages. You can get inside of ways that, you normally couldn't get into. So small is good, is what I'm saying. Oh, let's check out the U-turn radius, okay? The turning radius of the VS3. Of course, it's amazing. I love to do U-turn in the VS3, okay? It's so effortless. It's like you don't need to worry about anything. You know you can do it. You can do it with full confidence, right? You're not gonna get stuck and do a 3-point turn or 5-point turn. Or, in the case of VF9, sometimes you have to do a 7-point turn, like like in and out, 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 in and out. Man, but sometimes that's enjoyable. You think so? Speaking from experience.
One time we borrowed your VF9
Yeah.
from the Mercedes SL55
Yeah.
MV. And when we did the U-turn, the car was too long.
Yeah.
So we really struggled to do U-turn.
That's why.
And when you were driving behind us,
Yeah.
you were laughing at us.
Yeah, I was. And sometimes too long is not a good thing. Short is good. Sometimes, not always. You like long or short?
Short cars more convenient.
Short cars. Well, yeah, I think so. Hi. So I just put the pedal all the way down, and how do you feel about that? Does it feel like powerful, speedy, or fast, or what?
Yeah, it feels effortless, smooth, nothing too harsh.
Yeah, nothing too aggressive, right? Meaning also it's not too fast, but it just kind of speed up, kind of smoothly over a long period of time, right? How about the ride quality, Miss V? Sitting in the front, how do you feel about the ride quality? Because you know a lot of people complain about VinFast ride quality. I do. I complain about the ride quality because sometimes, you know, I'm in a VF8 taxi, and you know, I'm trying to do work in the back, right? I'm like using my phone, and then it's like, and I can't really read my phone, and then I want to throw up, right? I want to oil. Yes. It's not just my own experience, but I think it's an experience of a lot of people. How about the VF3?
I mean, for this car on smooth roads, it's really decent. But for tougher terrains like you know, potholes or something like that, it's so rough.
You think so?
Yeah, and I also want to oil.
You want to oil already?
Only on tough terrains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think you're right there because on regular roads it's not so bad, right?
Yeah,
but
it's
it's when the roads are not so good, then you can really feel the imperfection of the road in the VF3. But the really soft seats help too to cushion some of that vibration that's coming into the cabin. All right, Miss Feng, we gotta talk about the back seat comfort now. So how do you feel about the ride quality in the back? Usually there's some difference between the front and back.
I feel normal, but like because I sit near in the tire, so whenever you go anything on the street, so I can feel it.
Yeah, you got a good point. You're pretty much sitting on the rear axle, right? So you can really feel any vibration that's coming into the cabin. Yeah, so I think like it's not a good place to ride in the back. But again, I have to say, like, considering what people are paying for this car, again, I have no idea. I think this car is about 300 million dong, or about 12K USD, US dollar, that is. It's freaking cheap, right? It's so cheap that, of course, there's gonna be imperfections. It's not gonna be like perfect in every way, but for what it is, a mass commuter vehicle that anybody can buy, anybody can enjoy car ownership, I think this car is perfect. Yeah, I think this is the perfect vehicle to traverse the roads of Vietnam in the city, not too far, because it doesn't go very far, right? Good thing that VinFast has an extensive charging network, so maybe you can go pretty far out into the provinces if you plan it right. You know, like you hit every charging station on the way, maybe you can.
But still, you have to do some research beforehand.
I think so.
It's not
I think so. Like this car, if you want to go to like neighboring provinces, you got to do some planning ahead. Yeah. But I think for what it is, this is really, really good money for the value. All right. Oh, Miss V.
Yes.
Look at the side mirror. I guess I fucked it up. So can you help me like adjust it?
Okay.
Let's see if she can figure it out.
We're gonna open the window.
Not there. Right here. Oh wow! Look at Miss V. Miss V is helping me fix the side mirrors.
Is it okay, boss?
I think a little bit. Yeah, that way. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Now?
Let me see. A little bit this way.
This way.
A little bit that way.
That way.
Ah, perfect. Let's. Yay! Well, let's close the window here. That's how you adjust the side view mirror.
What happened if you don't have a passenger in the shotgun seat?
Well, then you're shit out of luck. All right. This is the shotgun seat. Did you have to call like shotgun to get the seat?
Yes, usually.
But this is like the best seat because this is the seat with the less probability of oil. Usually people oil in the back. Yeah. Like I said, Miss V, I don't have any problem in the last 2 weeks with this car. So far, the reliability of the VF3 has been very good. But again, I only put about 440 kilometers on this car, so it remains to be seen whether the reliability will continue to hold up. But I enjoyed my ownership in the last 2 weeks. I've driven this car as much as I could.
And no need to call the service center yet.
Yeah, not yet. And I like how this car drives, again, for what it is, right? This is not a 500 horsepower race car. This is like a daily commuter for the masses. For what it is, I think it's impressively put together. And I think a lot of people will enjoy this car. They will enjoy it. And by buying this car, right, they will improve their quality of life, because you're not riding the motorbike in the rain, getting drenched. You're driving inside a car with nice AC. And let me tell you, the AC is really cold in the VF3. Miss Feng, how do you feel in the back? Because there's no vents in the back. How do you feel? Is it warm? Is it cold? How do you feel about the temperature?
I feel it's normal. Actually, it's not warm.
Not warm, right? So because the cabin is so small, like they don't need to put the vents in the back, but the air will circulate inside the cabin, and we feel comfortable and cool. And the AC blows really cold air, right? So I'm really impressed by that.
Seth, for your other VinFast, is there any blind spot detector?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You're noticing these things. Obviously, this car with the manual side mirrors, there's no blind spot warnings, right? So normally in other VinFast, if something is your blind spot, there's actually a little light on the side mirror that will warn you.
Beep, 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 right?
And you can also set the chime. So I think, I don't know, I never tried it, but in this car, of course, you don't get that. Again, that's understandable because again, how much you were paying for this. But the key here is that VinFast made a car that anybody could afford. Yeah, and it can come out of your paycheck, and then you can drive a car and really improve the standard of living. Right now, you can go anywhere inside a car in an air-conditioned cabin, comfortable. I think that makes a huge improvement in your life. I think so. Like I rode motorbikes in Vietnam before, and then I drive cars in Vietnam, and I can tell you, after driving cars in Vietnam, I don't want to go back to motorbike. I go anywhere in my car, even though sometimes it's hard to park. Right? We promised that we'd talk about the reverse camera, right?
We did.
So let's see. The issue here is that, again, this is an option. You have to add this to the order. And the way they place the rear view camera is that you get to see a lot of the license plate right here. So it covers up about 25% of the screen. So maybe they can optimize that. Miss Huy, any final thought from you about the VF3?
Cuối cùng thì cái nhận định cuối cùng của mình á, thì về chiếc xe này á, nếu mà đối với một gia đình nhỏ khoảng 3-4 người á, thì rất là thoải mái, kể cả 5 người luôn. Thì nó rất là tiện lợi cho cái việc đi lại trong thành phố này. Với cái đường xá của Việt Nam mình nó khá là đông xe, nó không có được như nước ngoài, thì nó rất là tiện lợi trong việc đi lại, và cảm thấy rất là thích cái tốc độ mà khi mà đạp ga lên của VF3 nó không có bị giật. Nói chung là nó smooth, nó nhẹ nhàng, nó lướt nhẹ lên, nó không có bị giật người ở phía trước, và cảm giác ngồi nó cũng rất là ok. Nó đầy đủ tiện nghi như cả ly để nước đằng trước và cả đằng sau luôn, thì cảm thấy rất là thoải mái khi ở đây, và đó là một xe tuyệt vời mà để cho người Việt Nam dần tiếp cận hơn với cái việc mà nhà nào cũng có một chiếc xe hơi cho gia đình.
Yes, Mr. Huy.
So I think so for this car, so it's easy more, not only for family, also for the girl can easy more to ride in the car because it's small, it's easy to ride. So if let's because myself I have the driver license, but I will scare more if I ride a big car. But for this one, I will more confident.
Oh, so you're saying that this is a girl suitable for girls because it's small, it's easier to drive? Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Small is good. Sometimes small is easier to handle. Right? If it's too big, you know, like sometimes you get stuck. Like, cannot go anywhere. You know what I mean? So, small is good. That's what I'm saying. All right, and then what about you, Miss V, who likes small as well?
I'm on the same page with them. This is an ideal option for families to travel around in their daily urban commute. Even though I can hear, you know, really noisy engine sounds, and also it's bumpy on potholes, and there are a lot of potholes on Vietnamese roads. But I'm feeling comfortable. Nothing too terrible. Nothing too overwhelming. Really comfortable. It feels decent on smooth roads. No complaints so far.
Okay. Well, I think this is the perfect entry-level car for people that want to get into car ownership. Maybe they just got their license and they just scored the ideal job and they're making money and they want to buy a car. And this is the perfect first car, I think. And also charging is free right now with VinFast, so you're not paying for electricity or gas.
It's like free gas.
Free gas money, yeah. So I think more people should get into the VF3. And let's put a lot of VF3 on the roads of Vietnam. And hopefully VinFast can export a lot of VF3s globally, maybe in the Asian market. You know, I think that would be awesome.
Finger crossed.
Fingers crossed, and put Vietnam on the map of automotive manufacturing, right? I think that's an exciting future to look forward to. And I have to say thumbs up on the VF3, but ignore what I said. What about you? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Thumbs up for me.
Thumbs up for you, okay. And Miss Fung?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. And then finally, Mr. Hui.
Thumbs up.
Okay, there you have it. 4 thumbs up in the VF3 from all of us. Take some fucking action, look into the VF3, and maybe that's your future car. And
Don't be a
Fuck tard.